Hello friends, I am back. I know it's been a minute since I've done a video. I have been really busy with life lately, so I've had a lot going on, but I do have some orders that I need to fill. So I thought, hey, let's do it all at once here, and I will bring you guys along to see how I do a mass pour. Now, what you see on my table, I've got 2 round soap dispensers, 3 of the tall square soap dispensers. This one here is kind of off camera, but it's the cone soap dispenser. And then I also have the organizer, the 3 organizer. So that these are all the things I'm going to pour today. I'm going to try to do this kind of like all at once so that we can get it all into one video. Now, because I'm doing so many different things here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but what I do is I set my molds up and then I have written on, this is just wax paper that I put down over the top of my silicone mat because for me it just makes cleanup a lot easier. Written on these sheets of wax paper that I have underneath there, I have wrote on here, that one kind of weird, but what I am doing so that while I'm doing this big pour, I don't get lost in what is going where, especially because these are all special orders that I'm making. Um, so like these 2 are going to be like a koi pond effect. This one is red and black. This one is a beach one. These 2 are a set. So they wanted a purple ombre with flowers. So I'm going to get to that. That way we can get a little bit, I've got 2 different beach ones, 2 different shapes for them to choose from. The koi ones, I'm doing 2 of them to, when I do these special orders, a lot of times I will do 2. Then I can let them pick which one they want, and the other one I'll put in my Etsy shop to sell. So it's kind of a win-win. They like to have the choice. They like to look at 2 of them and say, okay, I really like this one, or I really like this one, and then whatever I have left, I could just put in my Etsy shop. Now, little seller's tip here. A lot of times when I make more than one of something, so like this one, the 2 koi pond ones, this customer may actually like both of them and end up buying both. That happens to me 4 out of 5 times. So that's a good way to try to upsell your stuff, especially when you're doing special orders, because you get good customer service. They get to choose which one they like better. And then if they can't choose, they end up buying both of them. And like I said, that happens to me 4 out of 5 times, hands down, guaranteed. And it's a really good way to make some extra money. So if you're making them already, you might as well make 2, let your customer decide which one they want, and then you can, go from there. You already, if they don't buy the other one, you have one ready to go to sell to somebody else. But if they do decide it, then you've made your double sale. So either way, it's a really good marketing strategy for that. So just a little tip. Anyway, we're going to get going on this mess order here, and I'm going to speed up the time while I start putting in the flowers and stuff in the ones that need to go in. And I will, once I get that in, we're going to start pouring and I'll explain how I do it all. All right, let's go.
All right, gentlemen, I want you to repeat after me, just how I do it. Ready? Your turn. Another good time.
Okay, now that that's done, we are going to get into the pour. Now I've mixed up 1,000 milliliters of resin here. A lot of resin, I know, but I'm going to split it out into other cups. This kind of resin has a really long work time, so I don't have to worry about it. Adding in my alcohol inks. These are Let's Resin alcohol inks. I've got some purple, some magenta, and a little bit of silver. I'm going to mix this up really well until it's the color I want. You can see I add the color little bits at a time until I get the color that I want. You don't want to add too much and then end up with a color you're not happy with. So I'm going to add those in first. That was just a little bit of those colors. And then I'm going to let that sit for a minute while I do these other colors. That one is the black. I put just 1 or 2 little drops of black in, otherwise you're not going to see through it all the way. So that's for that black and red one. Now I'm going to the blue one, adding a little bit of the cerulean blue into these for the koi pond ones. And I'm going to do the lids at the same time because we know it's flipped. So the lids you want to match the bottom color of your resin. Now I'm adding some more purple to that original with some more silver and making that darker because we're doing that ombre effect. In between, I'm only waiting about maybe a half hour, letting it thicken up. I know I'm speeding the video up so that it goes a little bit faster, but now we're going to do some more of the blue. Now remember, this is all the same resin that I poured the original time. I'm just adding the colors to it. That one has the blue and the purple in it to make it even darker for that ombre effect. Now we're a few hours later, and I'm going to add some glow-in-the-dark rocks to the bottom of the ombre soap dispenser that was requested by my customer. So I'm going to add all of those in there. You can see it's pretty solid. It's not completely cured, but it's solid enough that I can put those rocks on top. Now I'm going to do the koi pond ones and add in everything for those. I've got some little tiny fish. I have some other little plants and rocks and things like that that you're going to see me adding in here. Okay, now I'm mixing up even more resin because now that I've got all of that stuff in there, I need to pour my resin on top of those. So here I am mixing up a ton more resin. I'm splitting it out into cups. I just poured some clear on top of those rocks because I want them to be seen. So I'm just doing clear on those. Then I've split out some white. That beach theme one, I kind of went away from that. I just, I don't know, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I had all this resin, so I thought, well, I'm just going to make something up as I go here. I've added in more of that cerulean blue there, darker than I originally did, and I put a little bit of midnight blue in also to make that water effect for the koi pond ones. And I'm going to fill those almost to the top. Not quite, but almost, because I do want to put rocks in the bottom also. I like to do that for stability. It gives it another aesthetic and it gives it more stability. That way they're not falling around. Now I've mixed dark blue and that white, and I'm just going to kind of do like, I don't know, like a little dirty pour, I guess. I wasn't sure what I was going for here. I just had this resin left and I thought, let's do this. So I poured those two in there and figured I'd just wait and let it see what it did. And I'm going to add some rocks to the top of that. It's a blue. We're going to go with the larger light blue and then some small dark blue ones in there. And I'm going to add some tiger eye rocks to the bottom of the koi pond ones. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to start molding all of these things that we made. I'm going to show you how I do these. A lot of people complain that these are very hard to get them out of. And I do agree. It is hard. But what I have in here is just some oil. Doesn't matter. It can be like olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever. I put a little on my finger. And then I put it along the edge. Just a little bit. Just enough to get it a little bit greasy, because that makes it slide down so much easier. So, all right, that's on. Break that little seal we got. Right off. And that is the red and black one. Now the lid I made is just clear. I might remake that with the darker tone. don't know, I'll have to decide that one. So that one is done. This was supposed to be beach, and then I changed it up because I had extra resin and couldn't do it in layers. And I thought, well, you know, it's not a special order. This was just to have for, to sell. So let's see what we got. I don't even know what this one's going to be yet. Oh, that's kind of cool. For that one, which again is just, you know, like the clear, like that. I think that is really cute. It actually did kind of turn out a little beachy, didn't it? Let's go on to the koi pond ones. This was a special order for one. But I think it's kind of cute. Let's try this one. With the bubbles. Those are intentional bubbles. I have these that I got off of Amazon that I use in those to actually put bubbles in because I really like how they look in special items like that. So that's why those have those bubbles in it. I was trying to put some bubbles in the koi pond. Yeah, put some bubbles in there too. There's the lid, which I'm gonna have to. There we go. There we go. I don't know. What do we think? So I'm going to give her the choice of, you know, what she wants, or if she even wants either of them, because it's a special order. I do not force them to purchase it if it is not what they were looking for, because I can resell that. If somebody doesn't, you know, like that special order, then I can resell it. As it is, if she doesn't want both of them, I will resell the one she doesn't want. Okay, this is also a special order. This was that ombre purple. Down in the bottom. Has that silver shimmer. And then I will affix the lids with UV resin, is how I usually do it. Then I take and I will gently sand around those edges. And then I have rubber feet that I put on the bottom for non-slip. All right, last but not least is going to be the organizer. That is the match for that one. There we go. It turned out pretty good too. That's the set. Not too bad. There's a lot of resin poured, but we got a lot done in one day. 2 orders filled plus some extras. I love the red and black, and they keep selling, so that's why I keep having to make them and replacing. All right, what do you guys think? All right, here they all are. 48 hours later, they're all polished, sanded, and ready to go. I will link all of the products that I used in the bio below. If you have any questions, please let me know, or suggestions for other videos, and I will get it done for you. Have a great day, everybody.